Hello everybody and welcome to a new Mango stream or Mango video if you're watching me from YouTube. Today I'm playing my favorite deck in Modern, Izzet Murktide. I always, every week, make sure to have a video with this deck. Morning, Crizo. And today, the deck has some different cards in it. We have 4 copies of Archmage Charm and 2 copies of Fury in the main. This was a change made by very popular streamer Aspiring Spike, and if you don't know who he is a very active streamer, part of the trophy race. And he's also a writer for Channel Fireball. His ideas are very unique, definitely one of the best content creator out there at the moment, and he has been winning a bunch with 4 Archmage Charm, 2 Furies in the main in Murktide. And those cards aren't even cards that I, consider in Murktide. Maybe one Archmage Charm sometimes, but I don't really like it, especially because I love Blood Moon. But, this list instead wants to take a different approach, which means we're gonna just draw 2 cards, counter target spell, or gain control of very many permanents, and that's the most important part of Archmage Charm, in my opinion, in a format with many Dragon's Rage Channeler, many Hammer Time, because that's the thing, Archmage Charm deals with cards like that. It doesn't deal with the Hammer when the creature is onto, so it's kind of weird, but you don't control any. Oh, never mind, you do. Sorry. Yeah, of course you do steal the equipments. I was thinking about the aura. Anyway, this is the list. It's not playing Fiery Island anymore. We're playing 4 Steam Vents. The rest of the deck is, the classic one. We don't play Serum Visions, and we don't play Spell Pierce in the main. We have a couple of Pierce in the sideboard. We don't play Chase to Mind Sculpture anymore, because we play 3 Fury, 2+1. 1 Blood Moon and a couple of Alpine Moons. In theory, he has 3 Blood Moon in the side, but I think that with Charm, you can't have Blood Moon, so whenever I take in the Blood Moon, I'm taking out the Charm. But if I play against Omnath deck, I don't want to take out the Charm, so I'm not going to bring in the Blood Moon. Maybe I can bring in 1, but I'm not going to be, relying my game plan around it, unlike I do with my normal Izzet Murktide with 2 Serum Visions to dig deeper for the Blood Moon. Well, we have 3 Graveyard Hate, 3 Explosives. This list... So what I've been doing recently in Murktide is that I've been adding 1 Abrade in my sideboard to kill the Pitting Needle on Explosives. This list doesn't have that, but I think it's fine. We can't really have too many slots. We have Fury already for the Hammer matchup, and I think that's gonna be enough. No basic mountain question mark? Never. You can never put a basic mountain in Archmage Charm deck. If you do so, you're not well deck building. Uvu Control can play Plains with Archmage Charm, but they play Mystigate. So they're allowed to do that. Very important that you deck build with, thinking about all the information. But yeah, this is the classic. It's not classic actually. This is an Izzet Murktide deck, but it's not classic. I wouldn't say that. Alright, we have 100 play points. Let's go. Alright, how the trophy race is going. Aspiring Spec first, and the other 2 are right behind them. Very good, very good. Over 6 trophies. Not bad. This week I haven't picked up any, but this week I've played mostly Fringe decks. I guess last week also played Fringe deck. I got some trophy with blue-red grinding station and never picked that back again. That's cool, that's cool. Okay, let's start. Ulrich. Hello. GL Ulrich. Ulrich is a nickname from Poland. That was Gregor Kowalski was Ulrich. So I'm assuming opponent is Polish. Alright, my hand's land heavy. Let's keep it. I am keeping this hand. I mean, it's not particularly nice, but I have an Archmage Charm. Plus my deck is 18 lands. This means I only have 13 lands left in my 53 card deck. So the deck is full of spells, right? Plus I just don't molly. Okay. Who we're playing up against? Bloodstained Mire. They don't have a companion, eh? Darcy. I like to use Darcy with the ATB Scry 1 trigger. So for now, I'm passing. Opponent, kills my Ragavan, sure. If my opponent, if I draw like a burn spell and I play a creature, I can go Darcy burn spell Scry 1. Alright, is this burn? No Surgical Blast. Juniper Black. When are we playing Lutri in Modern? Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I have so many decks to play, right? And I have a limited amount of time. Ooh, is that Cathartic Reunion? It is. Alright, so opponent's playing Dredge. Always make sure to have 3 or 4 graveyard hate piece because the Dredge deck is very scary. I piloted it last in some videos ago, and this deck has a very good matchup against fair decks like Rix's Shadow and Izzet Murktide. It struggles against the faster combo or decks that interact a little bit like not in a counter way. But I'm not gonna ever win game 1 against Dredge. No, you can play Illusory Modern. There's so many cards. Yeah, Vicious Bauble, all this stuff. But let's raise that volume up. Welcome, Kiori, my favorite moderator. That's not true. There's many moderator that I favor. Kiori with the 30 months of sub. Thank you so much. Welcome. You can play. You can definitely play. You can definitely play Lutri. Ooh, Crip and Chill. One less. Okay. Ta-da. Ma. Gonna bubble myself. Prevail. And I mean, I've drawn very well since my opening hand. It's unfortunate that I'm playing such an unfair matchup that it doesn't really matter at this point. Did I fetch? Probably. Yeah, I don't want to draw a Murktide Regent. What do I want to draw? I don't know. Counterspell? Fury? Nah. Ox of Agonis will be the game. Groom the God, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let me check my cyber guide. Just to make sure I'm on plan. So I was boarding out Blood Moons because I had moons in the main. Engineered Explosives and Unholy Heat. I only have Unholy Heat. So let's bring in the heat. Let's bring in the heat. Alright, taking in Relics and Lantern. Put a price tube. Pierce. I don't know about Dress Down. I don't think I want to bring it in. Maybe I should. I definitely Force of Negation. This list is a tiny bit landlight on Counterspell, looks like. I guess you can counter Archmage Charm as Counterspell, but I used to have Spell Pierce main, as well as Forces in the side. Not sure. Dress Down doesn't look good against them, you think? Although, I'm not sure about this, Yuri. But correct me if I'm wrong, but if I have a Dress Down in play... No, never mind. If the ability of the Narcomoeba is on the stack, it will come into play. But if you play Dress Down, like when we played against Upso spells, we played Dress Down in response to them milling themselves, the Narcomoeba didn't come in. Because when it went to the graveyard, it didn't trigger. This is different. Because now it goes in the graveyard, trigger goes on the stack. And then even if you play Dress Down, it's too late. Right. You want to play Blood Moon? I do not. Right, yeah. I'm gonna keep the lightning bolts. That's kind of important, I think. Izzet doesn't have Graveyard Hate, but it does have Force of Negation, which is excellent. Plus I have a turn 1 Ragavan, which should be very, very good against it. Is a go Prismatic Ending. Dark Blast! Oh. So if I force, this gets force. This gets exiled. Hello, Disco Biscuit. Yeah, I go live every day at this time, and I usually play Modern. Mana for Archmage Charm. Arcblood. The best answer to Ragavan. They go the Cathartic Reunion or Thrilling Discovery. We have the Charm up. They don't. I'll probably draw 2 just because I don't want to waste my turn. Or I can just go Dragon's Great Channeler go. That can also work. I'm not so sure, Vitra. Actually, that ruling is weird. Maybe Kiori can enlighten us a little bit more. What's the Kiori? What's the interaction with Dress Down Narcomoeba for real, though? Like, if you remember, when I played the Izzet Murktide against the Upsol spell, they went like Understating Former milled themselves. I played the thing in response, and the Meebas didn't come in the deck. Was that a bug or? Alright, what's that? 1 mana only. That's weird. What do you have? Another Dark Blast? Oh, flag right for 0. We'll double check. Thank you. Yeah, because sometimes ruling like this are weird. Dress Down is such a strange card. Alright, you go Prismatic Ending on my Ragavan. I think it's fine. Goodbye, Ragavan. I understand. Alright, I'm not gonna play your Charm. Ooh. I think what I'm doing here is just play this and keep up the counterspell for the because their deck has like if they don't cast the Cathartic Reunion or stuff like that, they have such a hard time. I guess this card also works. Yeah, this is a very new technology that makes their deck makes the deck thick. So Misia Arsalok. Again, I'm trying to like cover all the popular decks on my channel. You can find some dredge videos as well. Ancient Grudge. Yeah, so they just mill 3 cards and there are no dredgers. And they draw. They don't want to do this in upkeep. Actually annoying if they go Stink with Imp. When I was playing Dredge, Stink with Imp, Arca Stink with Imp was definitely a thing against Izzet Murktide, with both like Murktide Regent and Dragon's Rage Chandler having to attack into it. And then you trade and then you dredge it back and you recast it. 1-2 death, it's no joke. Looks like that's what they were doing. Uh-huh. Yeah. They might have heard me. Do I want to counter this? Or do I want to just draw 2 cards? I might just draw 2 cards here. I don't know. I don't want to counter this. Really bad to counter. I think with him. Speaking of counters, I found a counter, so I think I'm going to draw this. Next turn, ideally, I go Iteration, leave up counters. I don't have to attack into this. I can like eventually find a Murktide Regent that lethal, both the Stink with Imp attack for lethal. That's going to be my plan. In this game of post sideboard on the draw. On the play, sorry. I go Iteration, I might break, it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to graveyard this because I don't want to. Yeah, I bricked. That's not a problem, in my opinion. It's fine to me. I'm just going and again. And again, bottom exile. I'm not casting that. I'm just playing land and pass here. I have to keep up counterspell for when they are cast. Sorry, when they cast like a discovery or a cathartic root. Dress down affects only the battlefield, so I was wrong. Okay, thank you. Maybe it was either a bug or they didn't mill any Narcomoebas. They just had them all in hands. I'm not sure. Snapcaster Mage, I think it's hurting a lot because of there's so much graveyard aid these days. Like main deck and spell are all over the places because of lures. And sorry, let me repeat. Like small graveyard aid, you don't have like Rest in Peace or Leyland of the Void, but you do have. You do see like. So very often I just play against Snapcaster Mage and it does very very little. So my opponent milled 3 cards. Doesn't tell me how many cards they milled. Definitely Crip and Chill. Oh, Otherworldly Gaze and Silver Moth Goal. So they're gonna get the goal end of turn. It's a painful mana base. Yeah, the Dredge mana base is definitely painful. But I was playing a weird one with fetch lands, but I used to be playing. Would you also mill the Ox? I used to be playing the City of Brass, Mana Confluence, and stuff. I mean, this is post sideboard, so they have cards like Prismatic Ending and stuff. Reach attack. Endurance, yeah, totally, yeah. Endurance is a major graveyard aid for sure. Okay, now do I want to play a Bold Face in the turn? Because I have almost Delirium if I get like a creature. Load destroy. I think I will, yeah. I think I will. This thing has to attack into this. Ooh, Dark Blast. Haha! But that was the response to my fetch. Now, do I want to risk it? I think I will. I can also kill this if I'm concerned, but I don't think I am. I'm gonna go face, hoping to find a creature or an artifact. That's gonna be fun if it happens. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Let's go. Boom. Ah. So I'm fetching. The fetch is on the stack. So this bolt, I'm not gonna draw this bolt. As it works, I think I'm gonna just graveyard it to put more things in the graveyard. All right. So Darkblood killed this thing. Like if the bolt would have been kept on top, I would have kept it because they have 3 mana confluences. So, but I was going to fetch. The fetch was on the stack, so opponent responded to the fetch. All right. So let's cast Expressive Iteration. Let's go. Go. Let's go. And bottom exile. Now I have to ask myself, do I want to play this Murktide Regent? Or do I want to keep up this counterspell? That play is definitely grinding me here. Attacking me down to 9. Although they don't play Conflagrate anymore, I think I'm gonna keep up the counterspell again for the Ox of Agonas. Good morning, Disturb Rabbit. Disturb Rabbit, I know it's a recurring joke at this point, but you can keep your heart at place. I'm not gonna be playing Mill in a very long time. That's over. You can check my Mill 3 Mill videos, my Mill deck guide on CFB Pro, and that's it. That's the Mill content for a while. Although, if you like strange and hate a deck, I'm gonna be playing Greentron next week. Greentron, I'm gonna be playing. Yeah, the role of Murktide Regent here is just blocking Silver Moth Goal. Because I still have 2 bolts in my deck. Alright, they dredged 5. and they hit a Pressed Amalgam and a Silvermote Gold. Green Tron, yes. Yes. I'm gonna go to A tier. I might not fetch, because the damage here could be harmful more than help me. I still have another island. I boarded out the heat. Yeah. I might be losing this game. They dealt with two of my threats in both Ragavan and Channeler. Plus, Secret Imp is a great blocker. I mean, Dredge is a great matchup against Izzet, Murktide, and Grixis Shadow. And that's one of the reasons to play Dredge in the challenges is that Grixis Shadow and Murktide are probably the two most played decks. Maybe tied with Hammer Time. There's definitely a reason to play those decks. I think they're gonna cast Ox of Agonis, and we have to play this counter. But if we don't draw an answer to this, even if I draw like a Soulgate Lantern, at this point it doesn't matter anymore. Because my opponent has the board state, and we don't. Could have defended the Ragavan, but once the opponent casts the Stink with Imp, it's really bad. Really bad. Yeah, we have to counter this. Draw. This is nice. Like, this makes my Murktide huge. Okay, so let me go 2 mana Murktide Regent. Then let me go Relic of Progenitus, crack immediately. I can't cast this in response and go to 5. I'm not even sure what I want to do though. If we're calling your matchup with this deck, it's close. Maybe if you have Blood Moon in the main, it's slightly better, but close matchup for sure. Wow, they're going too cool. It's not that good. I don't know. I mean, I guess it fixes your top. But whatever you put in the graveyard is going to get exiled. And obviously, this is much better than Soulgate Lantern here. You want to add Anger of the Gods. It's not. Anger of the Gods, again, to match well in the deck with Ragavan and Channelers. Yeah, how many cards left on top? You put a card on top. Sure. Let's exile everything, draw a card. Perfect. Counterspell. Alright, and this grows because blah blah blah. So now my graveyard's no more, but I don't have Unholy Heats. I only have Murktide Regent. I cannot cast it at this point. It's a strange game. I have so many lands. But they have a Death Fetch. Stink with Imp. Stink with Imp. Very powerful. Basically means I can't attack now. But they also can't attack. The way I get back into this game is if I find a removal spell to this and attack for lethal. But get back to the, I mean, I win. I have only 2 bolts left because I have to sideboard out Unholy Heat. The Unholy Heats are in the sideboard as well as the Furies. So I don't have that many ways to deal with this thing. Yeah, I don't think you can really. Ooh, they keep them. Wow, they're dead to Ripping Chill Arcane. Hey. Can't counter that. It's basically a 4-mana Lava Spike because they took 3 to cast. You have to shoot out that. Yeah, you can stifle this. Alright, I'll play Channeler. I'll pass. And maybe now this can be a 3-3 in a while. And then I can attack with 2 flyers and they die. If they keep them like because anytime they play a spell, they lose a life. Mana Lightning Neelix? No, it's not a Lightning Neelix because it's the top 3 Mana Confluences. Morning Maze Magic. They haven't cast a single Cathartic Rune or Thrilling Discovery yet, which is very weird. They've sideboarded in 2 Grudges, which kind of seems like an overkill, not sure. There's always an upside in sideboarding 2 things. They want to hardcast Creeping Chills. Yeah, but they only have 2 left. Yeah, sure. I mean, if they keep on casting them, it's okay. I'll let them resolve and I'll counter the last one. They can only. No, that's fine. Yeah, maybe no. I don't want to counter. I don't want to counter. On fly rate for 1, sure. Two cards in hand. They play a land. Sorry, my conflict refers. I'll play with these lands because I do play the Expressive Iteration, and that was important. Morning ally. You can go like Expressive Iteration into Iteration. You need all the mana. It's really bad to slow roll lands in this deck. You just play them all. That's just kind of a general rule in decks with divinations. You should always play your lands because like decks with Searing Blaze, you keep your lands. Oh, hello, Sid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Good night. Good morning to all of you. Oh wow, they cast Cathartic Reunion. Cool. Discarding 2 dredgers. Alright, this is the card that we're countering. Surveilling 1/2. Opponent has no cards in hand. Thank you, Seth. Another Counterspell. Huh. I think it's... Is it fine? Opponent's gonna dredge 5. I think I'm actually graveyarding this. I need to draw Bolt now. Can't keep a Counterspell in my hand. I'm gonna put that in the graveyard. Opponent is gonna dredge 5, cast this. I need to draw interaction. Yeah, Alberto is the best. Thank you, Alberto. Good morning, Carlos. Friday official Merc Day. It's just that in the previous days I have all like the cool new ideas, and then like on Friday I'm like, oh, I have to record the league with Merc. Okay, come on, Bolt. All right. Unfortunately, this isn't lethal next turn. Unfortunately, this isn't lethal next turn. I wish it was. My opponent has a Stink with Imp. So it's not. Opponent's gonna dredge and cast it for the 3. I decided to make it 4/4 because I keep an island in my graveyard. Maybe again I go iteration and find a random delirium off the graveyard and win the game. Yeah, exactly. Delirium is lethal. That's why I chose to. Having a 5/5 or 4/4 doesn't matter when they're 4. What are they doing end of turn? Oh, you want to sack this to draw a card? So that you can dredge? Okay. Why no lose? This card is Death Touch. It's a flyer with Death Touch, Stink with Imp. It's very good. It's very good. Very underrated part of Stink with Imp is that it's actually a good card. It's all like, oh, they dredged, they sacrificed. Wow, that's a combo. They could have done it second main though. They didn't do second main. They could have had 3 of this into play and would have lost the game. They did it. Oh, this is scary now. My opponent. Wow, I lost. They got the 3rd and the 4th grip and chill. Wow, congrats. I lost. Wow. Cool. Cool game to begin the league. Close one. I'm not sure if would have won. Ooh, Lightning Bolt here. I'm not sure. Maybe my opponent window would have closed down. I mean, they had 19 cards left in the deck at the end of the game. They could have had the chills there. All right, good games. It's a bad matchup. Game 1, I think you have like no business in winning. Game 2, I started strong with a Ragavan on turn 1. They had prismatic ending and it was good. It was a good game. Yeah, that's true. I love Dredge. I mean, seeing Dredge do well, it's always like fine because Dredge does a very important thing in the metagame. Dredge keeps all the fair decks in check. Because Dredge loses to the unfair decks, but beats the fair decks. And that's just such an important role to do in a modern format. That's why modern is so balanced. Because all the decks have like some weaknesses. Alright. Drawing so many lands in this 18 land deck. Opponent with no companion. Okay, let's go. Alright, they mulligan to 6. Let's see what they do. Secret Foundry. Is this burn? Oh, that's weird. Let's see if Ribbon Inspector over. Oh, a second. A Ragavan? I have to block Ragavan. The thing is that I have so many cheap cards. If I was playing like a different deck, for example, Reg, you don't care about getting hit with Ragavan because you don't have like any spells to cast. But this deck has, consider it has 8 removal spell, it has Ragavan Channeler. You just have to. Unfortunately, but you have to try. That's the power of Ragavan. Ragavan is good against fair decks and not insane against unfair decks. But against fair decks, you have kill spell for Ragavan. You see, everything is in everything is in a weird balance, and that's it's a very good thing. Of course, Ragavan's much better on the play. If it was on the play, it wouldn't have been really. This wouldn't have been a play. Okay, my opponent misses the land drop here, which is very good for me. I was going to, as I said, I was going to like bolt this, but as they attacked, I don't care about Ribbon Inspector. My island here and attack. Whoa, Solitude, pitching Ranger Captain of Eos. Sabine. Yeah, goodbye, Regulatory Channeler. I don't know what my opponent on, but I'll let him do all the card disadvantage. Guess our Inspector was card advantage. That's also why I don't want to kill it. Alright, if they cast a powerful spell that costs 3 mana, probably going to counter it. I said powerful spell, that doesn't. Not too sorry. Mm-hmm. Don't think I want Fury. How about this in hand? Play Bubble myself. If I find a counterspell, I shock go. If I don't, because I'm going to draw this, alright? If I don't, I just upland go. Why no Blood Domain? Wait, 4 Archmage. Blood Moon with 4 Archmage Charm. Very small. City for a list. There's not a reason why lists exist, honestly. People just like to try and use. Porco cazzo! Alright, goodbye, Archmage Charm. And also goodbye, Murktide Regent. Oh no! I wish I kept Fury over Charm now. I'm gonna kill this Thrabian. I might have FM. You saw this coming? How? Island, please. The funny thing is that they asked me, they played a Blood Moon after somebody in the chat was like, why no Blood Moon main? And boom, our opponent resolves a Blood Moon and can't cast a spell. Alright, yeah, mountain on top, I can't cast a card. I do have 2 basics island cantrips as well as like Ragavan and Channelers, so it's not that I obviously used to play Blood Moon, so I can easily play well around it. Now I think I'm gonna kill one of these just because, yeah, if they have Ephemerate, I can respond by killing this. Yeah, okay, I'm taking one is fine. I can take. All right, island. Ragavan. This is an island basically. Please don't kill my Ragavan. They can't play Solitude because that costs double what? But Path to Exile? What's your app? Oh, Ephemerate. Not here. You know what? I'm gonna just Unholy Heat this. Pretty glad I played around Ephemerate last turn. I'm gonna bubble myself again. If I see a counterspell, I'm not playing Murk. See a mountain. That's not great. Murk time! Allora. Do I want to keep Delirium? Do I care? Yeah, I don't think I care. Oh. I just kept one instant around. Should have kept Sorcerer. I want to think that they're getting locked by Blood Moon at the moment because they can't cast double white. Grim Lavamanzo. Again, I'm playing around the Ephemerate. I'll kill Lavamanzo. Dash. And I have Counterspell up now. Because it gives me a treasure. Thank you so much, Ragavan, for Esper Sentinella. You can keep it. So opponent's playing a weird Boris Prison deck with strange cards. Strange cards for sure. Ranger Captain of Eos. You don't see this every day. One card in my deck. One card in their hand. And I think you die. All right. Your Grande wins. Allora. I'm gonna bring in the third Fury. Does Dress Down look good? We have taken out one Archmage Charm looks good. I probably will take out Blood Moon in this matchup. Sun and Moon. Ooh, did I play the Wheel of Sun and Moon? They play some severe graveyard 8. Right? Like Rest in Peace and such. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna Cyber for Rest in Peace. And how about taking out all the channelers, taking out a couple of Murktide Regent, bringing in some Dress Downs, some Explosives, and one Spell Pierce? Wheel of Sun and Moon? Yeah, could be. So now the only graveyard 8 cards are... Sorry, the only graveyard related cards are this. We're winning the game by our casting Furies. I don't know. Strange plan, but let's see how it works out. Alright. This is a one-lander. I am going to keep it. Because I'm on 6. On 6, you basically have to keep every one-lander. I played this. That Prismatic Ending means they don't play a 2-mana. I'm definitely gonna fetch Island because they might still have Blood Moon in. You never know. Alright. Sanctifier and Vecchio. I just cast Explosives here, or not? What's wrong with? Maybe I wasn't supposed to make this play, but I believe that I can't really just do nothing and keep Ambana in this position. And I saw that I have to crack this next turn. Like obviously, not a hard. Whoa, they go Solitude on that percent. Sure. And Dash Ragavan. Right? Let's see what I find. They find a land, good. Find island, It's important to note. The card against Mill, yeah, it is. Draw. Now I pass. I'll keep up Unholy Heat for when my opponent dashes Ragavan again. And if they don't, I'll just crack the Sanctifier end of turn. Or the explosives on the turn. They can't have Ephemerate if they do. I couldn't tutor up for a second mounting because I wanted to play around Blood Moon a little bit. You have 2 cards in it. I pass again. Very light on threats. I only have 2 Murktide and 4 Ragavan and 3 Furies. So this Fury have to be our cast. Or dress down Fury. End of turn, I'm gonna crack these explosives. I could take 2 forever, but I don't think I'm gonna crack the Scalding Tarn just because I might draw Expressive Iteration and then I'll crack it. Take the. Alright, opponent doesn't even have another threat. Thought it might have been sandbagging some extra Sanctifiers or 2 mana. I think I'm just. Yeah, casting Ragavan's weird, but like. I think it's fine. I keep up Counterspell. Instead, if I dash it, they can go like 5 mana Solitude and then it's bad. And now if they go 5 mana Solitude, they go Counterspell. If they go Removal Spell, I'll let it go, I think. Oh wow, they shocked. Yeah, that must be. And they have now the ball in their hand. Let them counters, let them tap out. You can play with threats. Dash Ragavan. I have to, as I said previously, it's so risky, right, to take it. How many removal spells I have in my deck? All of them. You take this damage and they flip a removal spell, you like want to die. But if they brick and they don't have a removal spell, we might win because now I have a Ragavan backed up by removal spell for theirs. So this is kind of a gamble now. The game might just be decided here, honestly. I think I'll take it. I'll take it. You know why I'll take it here? Because if I survive this attack, let's say they get like a counter spell or they get like just not a good card, and there's so many good cards to hit here though. But if they don't get right, like if the mill land, for example, I untap with Ragavan and removal spell for theirs, so I'm in the winning position. Murktide from opponent, it's a 3/3. I can live with that. No, I mean the bad hits are Iteration and the 5 remaining bolts because I have 8, so -3. But I think I can live with that. Let's go. I'm taking it because this is my way to win the game. I think if I block, I don't really have a way to win the game at the moment, so I'm taking it. Risky play, but sometimes risky play are correct. Ah, they found a removal spell. Alright, okay. That's fine. I mean, not really, but that's okay. And you play Rest in Peace. Okay, yeah, this doesn't matter the way we sideboarded, so that I'm happy about that. And that's okay. I mean, they have 2 cards. We have Removal Spell for Ragavan. I mean, obviously, it's a card advantage play, and I wish it didn't happen, but it's not like the end of the world. It was too risky. I don't think it was. Like, it's not. It wasn't a losing play. It was. It was like if it happened, that's fine. We'll keep on playing. But if it didn't happen, I would have won the game. So the difference, okay, I'll have 2 Murktide Regent because I envisioned a Rest in Peace, and obviously it's not a good draw, but we can reach 7 mana. It's possible. We do have 7 lands in our Fury doesn't have flesh. You're wondering. Oh, this is an excellent draw. That's not very bad a part of Ragavan. I think it's like it gives you a little bit more variance, which is, I mean, it's good. It's the same way I think the alchemy cards are good. Variances. All right, they got Threaten Inspector. Yeah, yeah. If 1 card in and it's Ragavan, I'm going to just bolt this now. No, they don't have Ragavan. What am I talking about? Actually, I'm not doing anything. Hmm. They might have Ephemerate. All right. I have 1 basic island left. I'll take it. 2 lands left. I'll try and cast this Fury. See if they have an Ephemerate. 1 card left in it. They please don't have Ephemerate. Don't. Alright, and this is our beatdown plan that we envisioned coming into the second game. Oh, we play our own Fury. Va bene. And they play the land, so they have no cards in hand. No clues, nothing. I cast my own Fury again. Okay, it's the 6th land. Fury, on Fury, on Fury. On Fury. We have the 4th Sacred Foundry. I kill this. Here you go. 7th land that's coming down. They play a Threaten Inspector. Okay. Rock a Clue. You should have played Pauper, Threaten Inspector, big all-star there. No, it was that. Another Fury? Did you draw? A Showdown of the Skulls. Wow. Wow. And they reveal 4 spells? Jeez, that's so good. I can, like, never win. Thank God I played them all year and not, like, next turn. Next turn, I pummeled their things. Alright. Come on. Come on, another Fury. I have it in my deck. 1 more Fury for Mengu. Now. Unholy Heat. Okay. I promise that they have a Showdown of the Skulls here. And this card is just busted. I'm gonna draw 4 more cards. Yeah, I think I can make peace in, like, losing this game. If I attack... I'm gonna attack here. No, they're only gonna flicker if you cast Ephemerates from hand. Rebound works. If you're casting it from the exile zone, it doesn't work. They're casting Showdown, and where do you put a counter on? There. So I'm gonna be paying 1 mana for Unholy Heat. And then I have to pay 2 mana for Unholy Heat. Wait, what did you draw? No. Something? Alright, so this is did. That fizzles, and then you flip 4 cards. What do you flip? Flip some lands. I'll flip 4. I'll burn the Force Gender Sanctifier and back. Ah! Oh my god. I can never win this game. I was close to winning. I was close to winning. Yeah. Put a counter there. Does bring back works with rest in peace? How does it work? No, yeah, that's what I assumed. You can still cast Barenton next turn. They tutor up another 3 minions. I go to 7. Okay, good game. Well played, well played, well played, well played, well played, Shaya. Allora, now that I understand my opponent deck a bit more, I confirmed the Channelers in the graveyard, in the sideboard, and I confirmed the Murktide Regent in the sideboard. I think I want an additional engineered explosion. I think they've boarded out Blood Moon, so I'm gonna keep the Archmage Charms in. I'm gonna still keep 2 Murktide Regents. It's really bad, of course, if they cast Rest in Peace, but otherwise, it's a really good threat. So I think having a couple is a considered risk. And yeah, that's it. I don't want Force of Negation only for showdown. I'm gonna keep the bolts. All the removal spell. The meta to hate red, yeah, definitely. Beretta Forge Tender and Sanctifier and Back are very popular now because red is, one of the most popular and powerful color in modern. That's good. Again, talking about before, the Magic game is pretty balanced. I mean, not that my opponent is playing a tier 1 deck, but just like the existence of Sanctifier and Back to keep the red decks in balance is nice. And Sanctifier and Back isn't just a Corfet Walker that has protection. It also stops Graveyard to have Delirium, to have, Graveyard from Murktide Regent. It's a really good card. It's a Graveyard hate for Dredge. Yesterday I recorded, I streamed with Mono Red Prowess, and Sanctifier and Back was just unbeatable for me. I did a Paris Spellbomb. Alright, this end is good. I'm going to immediately bubble myself because I might find a land and shuffle Murktide Regent. I want to shuffle or keep it there. Shuffle or keep it there. I think I shuffle. I think it's just too bad if they go Rest in Peace that I just never want to have one. Okay, I really hope they don't have a removal spell or a Threadband Inspector. And I just can like go Ragavan and no blockers. Okay, I can draw Burn Spell. Engineered Explosives. Fortunately, passing isn't amazing because I can just sit back and craft a clue to play around my counters. You have to target cards and graveyard for brought back. Yeah, they probably take it out. Like you can't have brought back and Rest in Peace in the same plus sideboard. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, opponent making card advantage with their 1-drop is very cool. See now, they do. I'll play a Counterspell or an Archmage Charm. I think a counter. I might just draw cards with. Also steal the Thraben. I think I'm attacking and play Thraben and leaving up my Archmage Charm here. Forcing the trade and then play. Obviously, I have like written in my forehead Archmage Charm, but that's okay. Putting like they have a lot of sorcery speed cards. So. And the good thing of this card is that you play around it by not casting spells while I draw 2. That's, I mean, it costs 3 mana. They can go like 3-drop. Like, okay, they pass. Yeah, I'm drawing 2. I don't care if they get Ragavan. They don't do anything. Alright, then I'm attacking you with Ragavan. You're good about this game now. Yeah, instant speed divination. It's all about divinations these days. Yeah, Reckless Impulse, Light Up the Stage, Archmage Charm, Exile Solitude. La solitudine. Expressive Iteration. Counterspell in hand. I'll play top land, I think. Play Bauble. Do I want to crack the Bauble? I think so. Yeah, I'll wait end of turn when they crack the Marsh Flood. Did I stream or consider streaming before the MPL? You play Solitude in end of turn. You know what? That's okay. Goodbye, Ragavan. I have considered streaming, but in the end, the quote unquote work of pro player required you to play like so much and travel so much that wasn't really feasible for streaming. Plus, streaming is like basically free labor for the first 6 months. So I already a lot of things on my plate back then. I was a student. I was a writer for CFB. I just had a lot of things going on, so I was like, nah, I can't find time to stream. But then with the MPL contract, it was much easier. It started with 2019. That's when the MPL 2019. Do you draw 2 cards? I think. Hey, I think so. I think so. Did you go Uni? Yeah, Bologna. I just fetch here because I'm running out of fetchable lands. Porca puttana. This is literally the last 2 lands that I have. Oh, that's not true. Sorry, I have another island. Pretty boring game, but I guess I boarded out channelers, so and 2 Murktide Regents. I just don't have that many. Alright, stop drawing land, Mangu. Ragavan. Right. Dash. Can I draw a Showdown of the Skulls from your deck, please? Eh? Do it for me. Showdown of the Skulls. From your deck. Please. Julio. Huh. I'm casting this version. Boom. 5 mana, 3/3 double strike. Here it goes. I don't have double counterspell up, but live with that. Okay, they don't do anything? Well, I think now we're good. Esper Sentinella, va bene. Showdown on the Skulls, not today. Three. That's what Counterspell says. 3! Like the points. GG. GG Shire. Good league. Good game so far. Good game so far. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the Izzet Merc. Archmage Charm is being strong. I have to be honest with you. Alright, finally made an opponent. That's the Modern League. You find an opponent in 3 seconds because everybody loves this for me. Let's go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Draw 2. Topping all the lands at the same time is pretty poggers. Wow, I've never played a Conceder in my like 17 games so far today. That's insane. I've never drawn this card. I've made such a long games and never drew a Conceder. I forgot it existed. Ooh, Goblin Guido. Reveal? Come on, give me a land. Bravo, Goblin Guido. I like you very much. Wow, 2 lands. I'm gonna play Mishra's Bauble so I don't have to go to discard. That's a very big brain play. Would I play Arena more? Eidolon? Please don't play Eidolon. The card is unbeatable on the play. Please don't play Eidolon against poor Mango 09. Ma che cazzo dici? Mogwart Marshall? Tutto tuo. Putting us yesterday, discarding Pauper, Monterey Goblins. Alright, I would like to draw another land. I revealed the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Alright. I'll play a Shock. Golden Guide. And then before the end, I'll take a look at your top. Take a look at your top deck. Unrestricted. I'll also play against discarding yesterday, Pauper. Unrestricted Denizen. Alright, draw 2. I'll play Spirebluff Canal. I'll play Channeler. And I'll set up for... Oh, I was supposed to play Fetch Land. That's a punt. Now... Okay, well, then that... I was going to, like, yeah, just get Delirium. Alright. Hate the Pact. You probably don't. Okay. Brune. Is that your name, Alfonso? Brune? Bruno? Can play Muxus? Yeah, Muxus is not legal in this format. Mog Fanatico. Yeah, if I had a land, I could have got a random Delirium. But I didn't play Fetch. Understraight denies it. Alright, we have a dream. We played this. We've been a sorcery. We've been a creature. Boom, Delirium. Ah! Attenzione! We might have been a sorcery and get Delirium. If only I played a fetch land, I would have had Delirium, but nope, I did not. Alright, come on. Expressive Iteration. Or even land, actually. Land's so easy. Alright, land. Land, easy. Easy land on top of my deck, and boom, I got a 1 mana 3/3, and I killed your land. Monk Fanatico, I'm sorry. But my 1 mana card is a 3/3 these days. No punish, ever. Never ever got punished in my life. Draw a card. Mama Mango never punished me. Papa Mango sometimes. Alright, Channeler, you've done your job. Now it's time to lose all the delirium in the world. Like literally all of it. For the greater good of Murktide Regent. How do I live in the graveyard? Bauble, since I never have it. I fuck. Go. Is Darcy any good? Not sure. Jump decks started cutting it. Must not be very good. Glue, 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 glue. What's that? Okay. The whack. The whack attack. The whack attack. The whack attack. I played against this deck yesterday in Pilferer. They had that Goblin Bushwalker. Burning Tree Emissary. Pretty strong. They even attack here, though. You do you. I mean, came here to attack with your creature. Ta-da. Ragavan, once again, doing what it does best. Chum blocking commons. Draw. You've probably done this pre-com as I could block, but no. Alright, I can go Island, get Delirium, attack for 8. I don't want to. I'll definitely play Fetch Land, because I'll get Delirium when I cast an. Hey, I think, boost. Let's go on a move here. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I'm clicking buttons at the moment. I hope you don't mind. I think it's an exclamation mark. In Pauper. Yeah, in Pauper. Alright, begin combat. I'm gonna make a pretty strange play here. I'm gonna gain control of this Goblin's token. I've always been jealous of Goblin tokens. I want to have one. And boom, my Channeler's back to be a 3/3. Alright, you attack now? Respectfully at Earth. Goblin Granata! All the way from Fallen Empires. It's a common, also legal in Pauper. They have no cards in hand. I have a Channeler and a Big Dream. What's your dream, man? It's to win. I think I'm attacking also with this Goblin. Yeah, attack it out. The Sorcery, yeah? Not Bushwalker was uncommon. Yes, but not the Goblin Bushwalker. That's uncommon. This is the Reckless Bushwalker. Gain control of this. Ooh, Ragavan for lethal. Okay, we got this. Okay. Ignored Grande wins. Alright, I'll go to the bathroom. Be back in a minute. We sideboard, we play, we win. Bonjour! You're glad that the charm has returned? The charm is nice. Just like Furio. And all the EEs. Take off 4 Counterspell. Blood Moon in. Ooh. Huh. It's a 1-lander. I've never been scared in my life to keep 1-lander. Mountain from Amonkekv into Foundry straight the Nizen. Okay. Draw. Ooh. A volcanic island right from the top of my deck. Pasta and Furio. Fausto e Furio. Alright. They usually play Burning Tree Emissary, Goblin Bushwalker on turn 2. Can't keep getting away with it. Wow, just the Goblin War Maresciallo. Alright, let's kill the Nizen. I'll play a nice Ragavan. You'll be like, but man, Ragavan sucks. They have 1/1s. It blocks. It blocks. It's a 1-mana card that blocks the opponent card. That's enough. Maybe it's the opposite, Li. Maybe it's the opposite. I think it all started when I saw a stats that said, if you mulligan to 6, it's more likely that you lose. So that keeps 7. wins more likely than people that mulligan to 6. This is why I always keep. And it might sound weird and stupid, but I trust me, it's not. If you click the button mulligan, you are more likely to lose than if you click the button keep. That's it. I have nothing to add more on the topic. Alright, let's go consider, because if I find a land, maybe a fetch land, I can play Bolt and Merc. Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy and graveyard this. Greedy. Oh, Folio. Good. I'm gonna go this, so that. And then Murktide Regent. Le Regent. Vai fazer isso? And then I'll play my 2 mana 5/5. Still dice to the grenade. Four cards. I wonder what they have here. Is they maybe they have some more too. They also another important thing that Ragavan does. He gets pitched to Fury. Grenade is a sorcery. Alright, boom! Find an opponent. Immediately. No wait. No time to wait. Inferno Casse. Okay. Lands on the side, spells on the side, keep. 8. Mountain. Ma che cazzo dici? Ma che è? Is it some kind of joke? Did I just get paired into the same deck that I've never played against in my life twice? Alright, I'll take it. Am I some like weird Q? Also, it always start the same way. Play against the bot. I'm playing against Sparky. What's going on here? Sparky, is it you? Hello, Ons. How do you rate this? I don't know. 2 games. Like 3 games and 2 of them are against. I don't know. I don't have stats yet to say what I like or what I do not like. I can try another bubble, yeah. Some streamer play it recently. I'm sure. Did Spike play this recently? It feels so weird because like my opponent deck is probably worth 10 ticks, so the entry fee is more expensive than the deck. It doesn't make much sense to. I don't know. Play Counterspell. Okay, 18. And what do I want to do? Oh, consider main phase 1. Bauble. Graveyard. E che cazzo. Ragavan, that sucks. I don't want to draw Ragavan. Hope I'm not dead by turn 5. I can cast this and kill something. I'm being it. That one's fine. Lodge of Leo List. I remember this card. What does he do again? First strike trample. Cool story. Cool story. First strike trample. That makes it hard to block. Iron Bolt. Put in a graveyard. Take 3. Draw. Oh, bravo, Mango. Bravo. Alright, let's begin by killing this, because this is good. Play land and pass. Very good. Goblin Guido. It's gonna be good on my side. Eh? How about I take it? How about we recruit a Goblin Guido? Damn it. Gimme. I would like a 2-2, thanks. Huh. How about now? 1-1. Mock Fanatic. Alright. I'll show you a card from Modern Horizons 2 opponent. His name is Furio. And its ability is very, very good. Very, very good. Do. 2 goblins decks in a row. Yep. They raided me. They raided me. The goblins raided me. What a nice hand. Lands and spells. Such a perfect combination of things. Press down seems okay. Why? Card often represents more than 2 damage, so don't worry shocking yourself. Like, you eventually have to. How do you call this in English? I know in Italian we call it in a very weird way, which is like butter, cocoa butter. We call it in English, Italian. Wait, why do we call it that way in Italian? Where does it come from? Is it made of butter? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Would you call it cocoa butter in English? No way, really. Also, I guess. Or chopstick. Yeah, I've heard chopstick before. Yeah, no, for sure, chopstick. In Spanish is cacao. Oh, so it's the same. All right. The whole word. Ooh, Legion Loyalist. All right, I have to kill something. What do I kill? The Denizen? I think so. I think I killed the Denizen. Nah, probably killed the god. I don't know what to do. All right. Attack me first. Chopstick is a brand name. Oh. Yeah, we have Labello. This is the most common one, I think. Cocoa butter is specific oil. Butter is when you make an oil into a solid. Nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. Thank you. What did you reveal? Engineered explosives off the top. Augasies? Yeah, but let's not take too much damage. Let's not die with a million cards in hand, which is the classic Mango death. Morire gonfio. Let's not do that. Split his explosives. A bunch of more damage. None of my like 2 goblins opponent played Burning Emissary. I wonder why. Expensive Iteration on top. I'm gonna put that in a graveyard way to consider. E va bene. Land. Oh. Oh yeah, it's for to evoke Fury. That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, 11 ticks now. No, it's probably free. Should play fetch. To nerf grenade. Oh, you're right. I haven't thought about Goblin Grenade. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not really thinking. I switch off my brain. The Pengu brain is off. Ooh, Archmage. I don't know why I got all these islands. I think I'll count. I'll leave this on top since I might need more things to keep the Lyrium around. Our last card in hand is drum roll. A Goblin Granade. Dragon's Rage Channeler down. And bottom, exile. Oh no, Hicapella gets countered. Alright, opponent successfully traded a card for a card. Due to my inability to think at the moment. Allora, what's that? All the instance sorceries. Yeah. Click on all these little buttons. Expressive Iteration in the G. 2 mana 8 flyer, your go. Huh? A Pike Driver for blue. Oh no, chat. Can't block it. Nice. Is it though? Definitely not. You're getting. I think I have to do a super terrible play. Super terrible play. Is just 3 mana kill your Mug Fanatic? And then play Ragavan as a blocker for Pile Driver. I can obviously die this game. Didn't play my best. Huh? 1 mana. Goblin, okay. So I take 3 down to 2 here, blocking the Poly Driver. Poly Driver was a great draw there. Wow. Probably the best. Because I had to like shove myself down to 5 and like do every like bad ranges. The see Murktide Regent on. Wow, that's lethal. Lucky man. Murktide Regent on top. How many spells I have? 1, 2, 3. GG! GG! GG. On 2, 3, 4, 5. Not for 12. Why not have for 8? Why not have for 12? Easy turn 2 clock by Murktide Regent. Why not take the token instead? You can Fanatic 1, but you still have a blocker. Yeah, but a Ragavan trades with a Poly Driver, no? Oh. Oh. Yesterday, I did a little bit too late because I went to a pauper tournament in my town. 12 players. But I went 1-1 drop because it was so late. They weren't even slow. It's just that, you know, when like just slow things. And I was like, whatever. You have to be energetic for a stream. Can't like sleep a little. Or your matchups in this league: 2 goblins, 2 mono-red goblins. The loss was against Dredge, pretty sound. And the win was against, I mean, some very strange decks. Forest, Sun, and Moon. Alright, join the match. Join the match. Try to print Muxus Goblin Grenade in Modern. Goblin Grande in Modern. Is it fine? I believe. Fine, alright, great hand on the play. I played against a 0 companion this league, and I don't have any companion in this league. Although my opponent's 3-0 and no companions. What deck can be 3-0 without a companion? Well, the mirror match of Izzet. Amulet Titan. I think that's about it. I don't think there's many decks that can be 3-0 without a companion. I know my opponent's 3-0 because of the chat box. Tells me. MTG bot. Alright. Let's go. Vamonos. Delta Polluto. Yawgmoth. Not a big Yawgmoth viewer. Alright, turn 1, Ragavan. What do you do? Ooh, Delta. Okay. The mirror. Ragavan dies. And life goes on. Sure. But wanna hit Delirium now, so I can play around Unholy Heat. Ragavan. Ragavan. Said I don't want it. Maybe again Arenas. I think my opponent's without companions in the high rank or whatever high table, you just assume it is a Murktide or my experience. What does mean Nyoril? Nyoril Grande was the previous owner of this account. And then I'm the current owner of the account. Alright, reserved. Alright, attacking for 1, passing the turn. Not much going on here. Definitely not casting Iteration into open mana. That would be not a smart choice. And Pepengu does a smart choice. Unholy Heat. Oh, wow. Strange play by opponent. No, Sebastian, you have to do that. If you don't have another red lane, you have to do that. I think I'm going to just get hope to get lucky and just draw 2. If they get me with Spell Pierce, you get me. Not really though. Die. Come on, let's draw 2. I can find a sorcery or an artifact or a land. Yeah. That's so risky. So risky. Oh, I guess they could have in response considered to get Delirium, but they also didn't do it, so that's fine. It was balanced. It's not balanced if they play Murktide Regent though. Iteration. Ignore il Chico. Alright, they exiled Archmage Charm off of Ragavan, but they can't cast it. I think I am advantaged a little bit. I really dislike the Dash Ragavan play. I think it's a big trap. Big trap. Alright, I don't think they have Spell Pierce because they would have casted previously some casting iteration. They play Spell Pierce, they must have drawn it exactly now. Which they didn't do. Alright. Hand. Bottom. Exile. My turn is over. Your go. No, this account won't be mine forever. Until the end of Magic Online, this account will be. Alright, they drew a land. Is good. For them. I have only 1 land left in my deck. Murktide Regent. Not casting it though. Put his mana up. Let's go iteration again. Nice. And bottom exile. Play Bauble. Play Steam Vents untap. Fetch, you gotta land and then I bubble you. Ooh, untapped? Still bubbling. What you do? Or draw 2 cards? I'll live with that. I'll counter it. Draw 2 cards. Yep. Here you go. A nice little top land. We're both 8 cards, 8 cards in hand. I have more mana though, so I'm a slightly advantage. Play this little thing. I think I'm not playing around Spell Pierce. Opponent's probably playing the Aspiring Spikeless, just like mine. There's no Spell Pierces in the main. Also, no really easy way to deal with Murk, so next turn I think I'm gonna just off. Murk 8-8 pass. Or maybe 7-7. No, 8-8. How's the opinion at least so far? I've played against just not real decks. I mean, I've drawn lands, so this card has been alright. Yeah, I'm just bolting this thing. I don't wanna. Oh, I didn't have Delirium. But also just drawn 2 cards. Okay, so I could go Murktide Regent. They only have one counter available, and I can fight back. I think it's reasonable to do that. Alright, let's try and keep the Delirium, so instant and sorcery stay there. Alright, it's a 7/7, which is good enough to dodge Unholy Heat, as well as doesn't take the sorcery away from my card, which is... It took the instant away, but doesn't matter, I still have Delirium because of Artifact and Creature. Counterspell. 7/7's in. Play land. Pass. They have 5 cards in hand. 6/7. That's okay. I don't have a counter up anymore, but if they play their own Merc, I can go double bolt. The thing is that this card is good when you draw lands. And this deck is an 18 lands deck, so sometimes it might be very clunky to play 4/3 drop in an 18 land deck. Very clunky. But we do have Mishra's Bauble. Make the deck a little bit more snello. And for consider. Unlike a Grace's Shadow, which has to play 19 lands. Bolt? This? Guess I'll go land Unholy Heat. A Furio. Oh, maybe we should have done it 8/8 then. And consider Bolt plus. Yep. Good. Make sure it's Bauble in my grave. No. Steal this. Play Bauble, Surveil. Land in the grave. Follow you. Steal Bauble. Pass. Explain Evoke. Evoke is you pay the evoke cost, which is exile a red card, and the card comes in and dies immediately, but it triggers the ATB. That's what's Evoke. For sure, this card has too much words, it couldn't explain it. Alright, this should be my last land because I milled the Steam Vent. So every fetch land I draw from now on are empty. Archmage Charm back. So consider Unholy Heat. I don't think I want it. Huh? Oh, Stellar Surveil. I find the Lightning Bolt on top. Do I want to draw it? No, I don't want to. Murktide Regent. I want to draw the. Kill the Channeler before they can steal it so that they can surveil again. Nice. That was some nice card on top of my. Yeah, you can see the Counterspell. I'll play Merc. I want to make it 7/7 again. Nah, I'll make 8. So. Orb. Yeah. What's your goal? You got a free 3/3 double strike pitching a card. I don't think that the card is very good. If you have to play a card with Storm Orb and. Ooh, this is the first expressive iteration I've seen in a long time. Go ahead and counter it. I think this thing is hard to deal with, so yeah. You want to kill Ragavan? You go 5. That's the removal, of course. I mean, that's the removal is not a joke. A card without an enter battlefield effect nor haste that dies to removal isn't good in Magic. People think it's a joke. It's not. Dice to removal is actually very bad for competitive Magic. You're oh, you have Murktide Regent. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to keep the two Unholy Heats. That's not true. If Ragavan hits like I don't know, two. Yeah, I know. That's fine. We've played well. Yep. I might lose this game now. Opponent has like 3 lands. I have 7. Oh, coberta. Bauble Mengu. This game. Playing Snow over basic better. Yeah. I should play Snow over basic. Ragavan. Two ads. Well, I went 23 cards deep. They went 32 cards deep. You know? Also, I only drew. No, I drew 2 Expressive Iteration. You just draw the good cards. You have 4 more lands than that. Alright, mirror match. How do we sideboard in a mirror match? Babe, you understand what I meant. Allora, usually I was bringing in Mystical Dispute, which I don't have anymore. Usually I was bringing in Relic of Progenitus, which I do. Usually I was taking out... No, what I was taking out? You see my side. Blood Moon, Force of Negation, Explosive Spell Pierce. I literally don't have any of those cards in this list. In my main deck. Va bene, dai. I'm still having the relics. On the draw, what did I take out? Is Fury any good? Maybe you keep one. What about Channeler? I think I prefer boarding out Ragavan because Channeler has that like ATB effect of Channeler Bauble to scry 1, which I really like. Whereas Ragavan just dies. It doesn't leave you anything back. I still have 3 Ragavan, but I think that trimming 1 is reasonable. I know Carlos you like to take out Channeler. I do. Madluva, if you're interested in knowing what's the top 3 decks, Mango, tell me now. You go to Channel Fireball, where we have some free things, like the power rankings that you see here on the right. You go to Modern, and you click here, and you see the Modern Power Rankings by the one and only Reader Rabbit, aka Reduke. The top 3 to answer your questions are number 1, Grizzly Shadow. Number 2, Colossus Hammer. Number 3, Omnath. Alright? What about me? I think I can get behind that. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. I like that top 3. But yeah, make sure to check out Channel Fireball. There's so much premium content on that website, you can't believe it. Also, if you like to buy cards at from some registered stores, you can find that too on their website. And yeah, you don't have to crack this card. You don't have to crack. This is not as bad as Soul Lantern. You don't have to crack this. Put him fetched on, and you just keep it here. Huh? Dress down good in mirror match. That's the power of Relic. He just slowly eats their things. That's the power. They go for Fury. It's a trade. Why not John in top decks? Reed Duke is very objective person. You might like a deck, but it's never gonna tell you it's the best. Babine. They can go fetch land Murktide Regent here. Alright, good. They didn't. They could consider Murktide Regent. Please don't do that. Movie. I think he put Jund very high though. I think he put Jund he put Jund like 6th or 7th. 8th. He put Jund 8th. It was pretty high. Draw. Let's go. Let's go. Opponent's mana up. We don't move. Mana up. Don't move. You play Archmage Charm. I respect it. You draw 2 cards. What if I counter? No. I just have to leave up a counterspell if they play Murktide Regent. Yeah, you can draw the card. Yep. Maybe you should actually take off Fury in this. You know, Fury doesn't seem great in the mirror match. Okay. I will also draw 2 on my end step. You're on 12 with this. Target player draws 2. That's me. I'm the target player. Nice. First thing you do to begin a turn, you tap Relic. First thing you do. I could just play 1 Ragavan. I don't want to dash it because they have a removal spell. I'd rather just spend 1 mana for 1 card and move on. That's the 3rd removal spell. That's okay. I'm considering cracking the Relic here. I'm considering cracking the Relic here to play around Murktide Regent. I don't have any... Yeah, I will. Because I don't have any instants in my graveyard. I shouldn't have cracked the fetch. Sorry. That's a good card, Express. I'm jealous. Jealous of my... I also want to cancel Expressive Iteration. Tonight I'm gonna play with my friend Zen Takahashi from New Zealand. We're gonna do some legacy, modern, and vintage fights. I think I'm gonna play 3 Expressive Iteration. You show my love. Ooh, Ragavan. I do care about Rock Bubble. Work on you. You have the Legacy. What's good in Legacy right now? I'll play the Izzet Delver. Because I haven't built. I haven't built because I was going to go to a tournament and then. Yeah, basically this deck, but with free counters, like Days and Four, with waste. Yeah, it's a fun. It's very fun. Like these games might not feel fun that much, but I think a lot of decisions go. I think I want to draw. I'm gonna kill Channeler. Now I'm gonna go Merc. Back. Did you play Delver in this deck? Delver is only playable with Brainstorming. Oh, do I want to go something? I don't think I want to go something. I pass. I have counterspells for Expressive Iterations and Murktide Regent. And I have, whenever my opponent, whenever I play one counter, if they play threats, I kill them with these shocks. Okay. Keep on playing shocks on threats. I keep on passing. It's a steering contest game. Opponent has 2 extra lands than us. Channeler? Put it in the graveyard? Nah, I'm casting it. It's just a simple 1/1 because my graveyard is only instant. Wow, vai, counter. Counterspell my Channeler, 2/2. Yeah, with Darcy you can flip Delver. You're right. 3. These are the cards you have to counter. Expressive Iteration. Alright. Well, Mishra's Bauble. You. Unholy Heat on top. E. Iconic. I think I ran one of these and I'm okay with that. Yeah. If you counter, I counter. If you have Spell Pierce, I'll cry. If another counter, that's fine. Guess I'll lose. I don't know. It felt like. Sure, I mean. Ooh, Relic. This is the updated Merc deck. This comes from ma che cazzo, ma come 3 Dragon Zero is not fair. This list comes from Aspiring Spike. I wouldn't say it's updated. You have another Murktide though. Yeah, but they're gonna cast it 8/8 and mine is I don't know, they're just pulling away now. After like 3 Expressive Iteration, of course. Game not going well. Murktide Regent 8/8, okay. I have my 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can't even cast this anymore because they'll pump the Regent. Their Regent. Yep. Close. What? Oh, you have two? Oh, that's huge. Madame, madame, madame. Okay, expressive iteration. Maybe there's a chance. Allora. Con is on 8, non fa tanto il fresco della... Let's go. And bottom exile, bolt you. You have 7. But then you have like 2 huge mercs. I guess I can trade one. And then how do I do with the 9/9? I have a line. And bottom exile. I have a line. Ah, that's I thought I had one more spell. Thought I had one more spell. I'm not sure. If I had one more spell, I could have done it. No. Mm-mm-mm. I had one more spell. I could have grown my Mark to a 9/9, but I didn't have enough spells. Go next game. I think I'm gonna take out all the Furies and have the fourth Ragavan. Fury doesn't seem good. Spell Pierce might. Spell Pierce might. Could have bolt and tapped. Yeah, but that would have made it only into an 8/8. Didn't have enough spells to make it into an. Yeah, no spell pierce. It's too weird. Pepe laugh. Pepe laugh. Alright. End is reasonable. You're gonna go 2 more channel art, I kill it, then I go turn to Relic channel art to spell one. I mean, last game, unfortunately, I drew 0 copies of Expressive Iteration until the end. That's how it is. You just the player who draws more Expressive Iteration wins the game in this long game. Is it unfair? Probably. Thank you so much to Mazarine. Appreciate the sub, Mazarine. Welcome, welcome. Alright, with both the relics, so this is just a 1/1 that fixes my draw step, which is not bad. I'll do it in my turn. Your turn. And the move with the eagle. Or bolt. Alright. Fire ice. The ice and the fire. Alright. Surveil 3, draw 1. I'll put everything in the graveyard, basically. I literally don't care about what I draw. I have to fill my graveyard. I'm just putting everything in the graveyard. The only goal here is to just get enough graveyards to somehow get Delirium at some point and play Murktide Regent even through the Relic. To keep up Counterspell in case they go Expressive Iteration. And pass now again. I'm not afraid of their graveyard. Archmage Charm to draw 2 cards. I might counterspell this. Bad if they go Expressive Iteration and maybe even Murktide Regent. But I think I do want to counterspell with an island. Because I'm afraid my opponent doesn't cast any more spells again. Graveyard everything. It's terrible to keep this on top. Opponent just cracks Relic in their turn. I want to cry. Plus, this is a 3rd type. Close to Delirium. What's the advantage over Relic? Because Relic draws. It draws a card. It does the thing and draws a card. Whereas Soulguide Lantern does either of those. Soulguide Lantern is good against graveyard decks in which you can't leave up 1 mana. But it's bad against decks like this. Unfortunately, as I said, it's just it's really hard to play around Expressive Iteration, because if you let them draw cards in one way, they can punish you in another way, and the key of this matchup is really just having as many of this as possible. And obviously, I think for Archmage Charm to the matchups, I think helps, accomplishing the same goal of just card advantage. And I don't like my position at the moment. I have 2 removal spells that are dead because my opponent hasn't played any creature. But it's not that you can take these out. Then they play the Ragavan and you die. Alright, that's the 4th type, so they get Delirium here. If I go Shock, is it risky? It's not risky. If they go Considering Response, well, I can also. I'm going Shock. In response to the Bauble, so that they won't. So that they won't. Okay, Expressive Iteration. Perfect. The card I wanted to see the most. That one's dead. And you have Delirium. That's okay with me. Also, timer is an issue. My opponent's plenty of time, but you know, 7:53. They see the card here. Hopefully they're Nostel Pierce. They do, well, good on you. Play those immediately. Pierce. Okay. Relic. And top for 3, you got 10. If you go Murktide Regent now, it's gonna be hard to take down. Especially since I'm gonna crush that thing onto it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's a 7/7. Yeah, I'm not sure if you need spell pierces in this matchup. I mean, obviously it's huge in my opponents. And maybe I was supposed to just done this and crack. But then like most of mine. Opponents played very well. Very, very well. Should have exiled so I wouldn't have need to attack. I guess I can just do that whenever I want with my... Probably just I don't have to attack. But at this point I'm not exactly sure how can I... Maybe there's... Your Ragavan, I don't mind. I've 1 bolt left. No expressive iteration, please. Alright, that's fine. You don't want to steal this because it gets back to their hand at the end of the turn. I want to bolt you. No. I'm gonna draw 2 now. Yeah. So that I get a surveil trigger. Couple. Full of mercs. Terrible. Not having Brazen Borrower is a huge in the mirror match because basically whoever casts this first, very, very advantaged. And that's too late for all his iterations. You know that. Magnifica. So I'm on 1 life here. Relic. Okay, well played by my opponent. There's, infinite choices, so probably the loss is up to me, but nonetheless, a good league. Enjoyable. I'm not so sure to have opinions on this version. It's fine. You know what I liked? I like 4 steam vents. This is a thing that I've never done before, but I think I like it now. I like 4 steam.